So here we are, another dose of tempestuous rivalry and heady ambition. It is, of course, the familiar side of the two big Milanese teams preparing to lock horns once more. They've been doing this since 1908, and the contest remains as fiery as ever. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The Milan derby, one of the most eagerly anticipated games in the world. Yet another edition of this never-ending rivalry, Jim.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two huge institutions. It's a game, no matter what the dynamic or the significance, has always been a really highly charged affair that's utterly unmissable, and I expect this one to be no different.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Zielinski. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He has a look up. Terrific effort! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch.
Rafael Leao! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
And the shot! That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
He's having a shot! And they can counter here. He's shifting through the gears here. Bisek cuts it out.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Oh, nice one too, very nice.
Nkunku.
And the ball's come loose here. This looks promising. And the pass is intercepted. Now that looks a... And the shot! Zielinski. Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan gets on his bike and on the move. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, played right into his path. And he's there to belt it away.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Chance for a shot! Superb from Nkunku! About as smooth as it gets. They are purring, truly purring.
Rafael Leao really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
A case now of complete control. Rafael Leao. Zielinski. This might spell danger. Shapes to shoot! And a neat finish. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Mkhitaryan. Backward it goes. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. This is a promising build-up. And here's Thuram.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rabiot. Intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rafael Leao. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now they can clear their lines. That's it, 45 minutes up.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Now who's going to be first to this? And that's been intercepted. Çalhanoğlu, quality ball. Thuram, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rafael Leao, threads one in. Real chance! And that's a good finish. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Nice interception, well timed. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's picked his way through, and the finish! It's in! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for the... Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Ball comes in. Chelhanoglu. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Rabiot. Zielinski. Passing is crisp and sharp. No, that's been intercepted. Over to the right flank. Can he get on the end of this? Rabiot. Jimenez. And he's in on goal! Great chance! Oh, denied at the last.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
It's their second corner of the game. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And now they can spring out of defence. Fulkrug is onto this. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Rabiot. Thuram.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now he's got space here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Fulkrug.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Takes a shot! Zielinski. Oh, good-looking ball. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's well spotted. Pulisic. He's got away. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's beaten the last man. Oh, what's he giving here? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Has to go back here. Chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And he cuts out the supply. Loftus-Cheek. Topalovic. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Pretty robust defending.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Rabiot.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Chance! And he's steered it beyond the post. 4 added minutes on the board. Now it's Füllkrug. He's had a shot! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 30.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Il numero 4. Il numero 14.
Good read, needed to be. And that's a sharp finish. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Now that's a lovely exchange. He's come in hard. And that is that. Milan really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. Well, forget form, forget stats, this is a derby game and conventional wisdom goes out of the window. Milan's 2 football behemoths limber up to do battle once more, and the prospect is tantalising. Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. One of the world's great city rivalries, the Milan derby, it has its own chapter in the story of the Italian game.
Yes, Peter, this is one of the must-see derbies in world football. The atmosphere alone will send shivers down your spine, and when a goal is registered, the decibel level will deafen you, believe me on that. Tension levels can be off the scale, and the Milanese have a unique way of expressing their emotions. I've been privileged to be in this position before now, and I'm not expecting to leave disappointed.
We are just getting started. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. And he's managed to get rid. Gabia. He is just caressing the ball. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else, and he usually tends to pick the right option too.
Gets his head on it! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Tries to play it through. Oh, played through for the wide man. Nice physical challenge. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Pressure coming in from all directions.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Estupinian. And that's really well manoeuvred. Rabiot. Now it's Rafael Leao. And he oh, good effort! Goal, Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Milan already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Milan have a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Rabiot. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
Mkhitaryan is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, that's fabulous. And Nkunku crosses. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He's picked his way through. There's the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he shoots!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Rabiot.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Barella. Rabiot. Now it's Rafael Leao. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Passes coming off in quick succession here, and that's been intercepted. Rabiot. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Gabbia. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he's worked it through, and this is Rabiot, and he's managed to get free. That's a good ball out wide. Pinches it off him. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. More of the same in the second half.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Milan have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. The second half is up and running.
Milan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Driving forward, and he's been shifted off it. Rabiot. He's a shot. Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. Estupinian. And it's Nkunku.
Rafael Leao really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Jimenez looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Milan are still that goal to the good. Jimenez has found the net here, of course. Rafael, and a chance! Goal! And this is getting better and better.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Inter Milan have opted to make another change here. Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence... Chance! Oh, it's hit the post! Of course! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
And this is Rabiot. Rabiot plays it in. And that was very necessary. Loftus-Cheek. Oh, it takes a shot! And it's in! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And yes, it's him again. So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Loftus-Cheek. Here's Rafael Leao. Bisek. Topalovic. Çalhanoğlu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Inter Milan making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Nice sequence of passes, this. And here's Zielinski. Francesco Esposito! Dispatched clinically. Back to within 1. Interesting. And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Inter Milan cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.